Java Mapula Tiaanti Jinuai, welcome to ITA See the World. The wind of Central Mountain Range stirs Bunun's ancient memories. Echoes of Pashibubut whisper through the trees. For this episode of ITA Beyond, we are honored to visit Joshi Township in Hualien, where the National Malatangnya and Bunun Game take place. Often called the Bunun Olympics, this annual gathering is more than the sporting event, but a vibrant stage for tradition, culture, and skill. We're really happy to have Aliman here to guide us on this journey. Hello, Aliman.
Hi, Jinuai, and welcome ITA team to Joshi. I'm really happy to welcome everyone to here in my hometown.
As you can see, the competitions are in full swing right behind us. The theme of this year's Bunun game is Heart United by the River, a symbol of unity as Bunun people from across Taiwan gather here in Joshi Township. Through ritual performances and competitions, they are able to learn from each other. Well, I know the Bunun Games have been held for many years now. What makes this event so special, and how is it different from the National Indigenous Games that just wrapped up in late March?
So before the competition began, 9 Bunun townships across Taiwan came together performing traditional rituals. They represented 11 different rituals from Malatangnya to Lusan Ungkuman and Lusan Masuhalus. And what makes the game exciting are the traditional competition like traditional wrestling, rice pounding, log sawing, and our most unique one, Tumananu, which is the pig catching contest. Tumananu is a powerful sound we shout when returning from a successful hunt, and it's all about energy and strength. So in this contest, it's not just about fun, it's also about honoring our Hanu tradition. And the Bunun Games focus on one single culture, our own. Rituals are at the heart of it, and the competition support that. The National Indigenous Games are broader for all indigenous groups, so in essence, they are quite different.
So Aliman, like you personally, what does this event mean on the deeper level?
So when you think about sport, you think about competition, right? And yeah, we all want to win. For our community, from the moment we start local tryouts, every athlete carries that pride and hope to bring honor to their home. But that desire to represent where we come from, that's what brings us together. We might compete, but we also go closer. This isn't just about medal and records. It's a moment for us. Bunun people, family connected by shared memory so we can find each other again.
The biggest value of this event is how it helps young Bunun people reconnect with their roots through both sports and competitions and rituals. Lots of young people move away from the communities for work or school, but this is a chance to return, to be back in a space that is deeply cultural, and most importantly, to remember who we are.
The 2025 Bunun Malatangya ceremony and traditional athletic games started with a gun salute commemorating the Bunun people who lost their lives resisting the Japanese in the Dauphin incident and marking the opening of the games.
原则上，所有的项目都跟我们所有的每一届的项目都雷同，但是今年有稍微的改变。那以卓溪乡来讲，今年的以赛事技艺的部分，除了射耳，然后再来就是摔跤，那多了一个杜马纳努抓猪的这样的一个比赛，所以非常的有趣味性。
杜马纳努的这项技艺是来自于设计的理念是依据我们早先的生活习惯来制定的，因为猪只在我们原住民的生活占有没有办法替代的文化的一个重要的一个物种，所以我们不管在做任何事情，那么猪永远是我们最重要的一个祭品跟供品，也是我们整个祖先联络的一个桥梁。
The event includes traditional rituals, songs, ball sports, and traditional competitions. All townships and districts with Bunun residents across the country sent teams. Even Changbin Township in Taidong County, which has only 14 Bunun households, sent over 50 participants.
对，那我们其实长滨乡每年都是抱持着一个就是志在参加，然后把长滨乡的精神拿出来，因为我们就是真的是非常少数的布农族在海边，所以我们就是能够尽多少能力去完成许多赛事，我们就是尽量去完成。
Zhuoxi Township has actively promoted grassroots participation in sports with a particular focus on weightlifting and recurve bow archery. This year's weightlifting competition features high-level equipment and facilities in the hopes of promoting the sport and encouraging more young athletes to showcase their skills in competition.
其实我们集中在布农族来讲，目前在全国的这个集中的人数来讲，是按照比例是占非常高的这个比例。集中项目在我们布农族来讲算是一个强项。我们这次比赛聘请的这个集中的这个裁判都是资深的国际级跟 A 级的这个裁判。那我们场地设在这个三民国中。 而我们的设施还有我们的设备都采用我们奥运比赛的这个管理系统，非常的先进。
The Bunun Athletic Games help promote participation in sports and builds a strong foundation for developing indigenous athletic talent. Meanwhile, the traditional rituals and traditional competitions deepen Bunun identification with their traditional culture and ceremonies. The crowds attracted by this event also serve to facilitate local exchanges as well as stimulate the local economy.
Right next to the sporting event, we can see a lot of craft stalls, and one of the stalls is full of books on Bunun history and cultures. It immediately catches the eye. These are more than just books, but are powerful tools for cultural preservation, helping the Bunun languages to be visible and alive in everyday life. A string of millets indigenous bookstore. It was founded by Bunun writer Salidan Takisvilainan, who has spent years preserving the language through close collaboration with elders and field work. In the age languages are vanishing, each book from this studio is precious and hope of the future. Perhaps for most of the people, it's rare to see this kind of studio, but for Bunun people, this is how the effort helped to preserve the culture. So today, we are here with Salidan to learn how he uses publishing as a tool to restore the Bunun voice, a voice rooted deeply in this land, waiting to be heard once more. So, Salidan, what are some of the biggest challenges you have faced while publishing in the Bunun language, and what kept you going through it all?
Musok is muang asang kuda kay mastan miakli hayda tu ukasui oba ukasui kay nani tu maktu mapatas hong ukasui masay madadaingal tu sida kalinga tu sui asa kang anak kilim sui namak tu kang anak mapatas dusa kay uka bunun uka siningkay maktu muskun dami kuda mapatas hong tao kay miliskin tu inak isang mahalimulmul aupa tancini maupatas sing kuda maktu iiti ihang asang kuda kay aupa hayda tina muskun taku minghumis kuda inak tina tupa taku tu asa ihan asang maupaca kuda.
Through this studio, what kind of impact do you hope to make on the younger generation of the Bunun community?
Inak tu iliskinang kay maktua maidudot sadu inak tu sing kuda kay miliskin tu maktua mi ihan asang maupata sing kuda sadu inak tu simpatas inam tu papatasan kay miliskin tu maktu liensi malus bunun mapatas madadaingal tu palikansap palikabasan minuni imita tu patasan
Uninang. We are now at the Izukan Bunun Environmental Education Center in Izukan village. Izukan means orange in Bunun language. Long ago, here was a meeting place for hunters and villagers, and the name came from the abundance of orange in this area. This center is equipped with facilities like a traditional slate house, an open-air performance space, a dining area, and a parking lot, offering visitors a well-rounded experience. But it's more than just a tourist stop. This place is all about passing down Bunun's culture. They've designed a variety of courses that highlights Bunun's tradition, like ecology, landscapes, hunting, rituals, songs, stories, local plants, and forest knowledge. This year, the center also hosted a series of traditional rituals like Lusan Nukumakan and Lusan Manatu, cooperating with schools' indigenous education curriculum, aiming to make this tradition culture a part of daily life. In February, the Zhuoxi Township Office held a millet farming revival event at the Izhukan Bunun Environmental Education Center, inviting students from 11 schools to experience the millet planting firsthand.
The millet farming revival event in Zhuoxi kicked off this February, led by He Chengzhong, head of the Cycle Community Affairs Division. The Zhuoxi Millet Production and Marketing Group held a blessing ritual of Lusan Okumaan. They prayed to the god and ancestral spirit for the smooth farming season. Group members then demonstrated traditional practices such as clearing the land and sowing millet seed.
这个祭仪呢，是我们所有布农族里面最重要的那一步的开始，也是俨然成为我们今年度最重要的丰收的起步。希望今天这样的开垦祭能够让我们所有不管是在学校的教育上，或者是社区以及我们部落事务组长在推动祭仪上面。 有很大的传承跟记忆的帮助。
To help the community children and students learn and experience the Bunun seasonal rituals such as Lusan Okumaan, Lusan Mimpinak, and Andada, the township office has set up 11 planting zones this year at the Izhukan Bunun Environmental Education Center. Students from A elementary school in Zhuoxi Township, as well as from Fubei and Sanmin Junior High Schools and Yuli Senior High, are invited to plant crops like millet, taro, tree beans, and sweet potatoes firsthand.
播种小米呢，感觉要撒小米的时候，看起来别人阿公阿嬷撒的都撒得很好，撒得很均匀，但是自己撒的时候。 撒的只有一个地方而已，不好撒，
非常的费功夫。因为从一开始要先松土，我们要先看那个土的那个范围多大，然后预定那个范围，我们再来松土，然后看那个面积多大，要怎么用。
对这个小米有什么期待吗？
期待它能长得很健康，然后可以丰收。
Students who joined the millet planting were happily wielding hoes to clear the land. They scattered millet seed, covered them with soil, and completed mimpinak. They look forward to seeing the plants grow strong, stalks heavy with golden grains, hoping for the bountiful harvest when the season comes.
And now, as we near the end of our journey, we've arrived at Aliman's alma mater, Gufeng Elementary School. Just last year, the school celebrated its 100th anniversary. Right at the entrance, we're greeted by the stunning statue representing the Bunun's Bashibubut. Aliman, we're thrilled to be here in your hometown during this year's Bunun game. And I noticed there are so many different murals around the school. Like the one by the entrance gate, it looks like it's telling the story of the Great Flood in Bunun's history.
Exactly. The main character is a bird we deeply respect, Hypebeast, the red-whiskered bulbul. According to the story, during the flood, our people were stranded on a mountain, and it was freezing and there was no fire to cook food. Hypebeast bravely flew back and forth between the mountains, carrying fire in its beak to save our Bunun people. In the end, its beak and feet got burned, turning red, just like how we see it today. So that's why, in our culture, we never hunt this bird to show our respect.
Aside from the murals, I heard that Gufeng Elementary is also really strong in traditional archery and singing. Did you take part in those?
Not gonna lie, I was actually on the school team. We used to train from early morning. And our school combined traditional archery with modern recurve bows and even built a proper training range. And we also won national championship every year and even made it to compete abroad. I didn't go myself, but my teammates brought home quite a few gold medals. As for music, almost everyone in the school was part of the choir and sang Bunun children's songs. And we won first place in national competition with our performance of Bunun Ancient Songs collection. The younger students today are just talented. They have been getting top honor almost every year.
Aliman, I know you're working as a nurse in Taipei, and even with your busy schedule, you still make the time to come back and join this event. That's really amazing. I'm guessing some of your friends are the same, working hard in the city, but still feeling a strong connection to the community. For you, going back and forth between the city and your hometown, has there been any experience or challenge that really stood out?
Yeah, I think switching between these two worlds isn't easy. There are still a lot of people there, stereotype about indigenous people. At one point, I even avoid talking about my identity for a while. But later, I realized that identity isn't something others decide for you. It's about whether you choose to get close to it to try and understand. So I say culture doesn't only live in the village. It's in the choices you make every day, how you decide to stay close to it, and that's already something really powerful.
Thank you, Aliman. That was beautiful.
Uninang.
Thank you for watching, and for more stories from ITA See the World, please stay tuned.